So good!
Malaysia is a country of diversity and it is well represented in its food. If you visit Malaysia for the first time, you have to definitely get ready for the food coma. This country is the exact definition of food land, and it makes it one of the top reasons for us to love Malaysia.
So, I can't say this like enough, but I do believe that Malaysians are so lucky because the cuisine in the country is like so diversified in the aspect of like you can find either Chinese style, Indian, or sometimes Indonesian, Thai, or sometimes even a mix of everything. So basically this is totally a wonderland for food. There are so many food that we would love to recommend all of you here, but we have picked out like top 10 most delicious food in our opinion that we do believe that every first timer who visit Malaysia should try.
You have to try it. Nasi dagang, if you get the chance to in Malaysia, I would definitely check them out. I highly suggest them. And it's very hard to find the, I think it's Terengganu style curries.
First impression, the curry is like really flavorful. Look at how thick it is. Like you know that it's rich in the ingredient.
Spice paste is a combination of dried spices, popular in many Indian curries, and wet spice paste popular in Malay curry. Originally, it is a fish curry, but if you are a big fan of chicken or beef, you can easily find it as well in some restaurants. It's so creamy, so buttery, and full of flavor.
And the meat itself is like so soft. It's almost melt in my mouth. And when you eat together with the pickle, which is like not too sour and not too sweet, it's like a perfect kind of pickle here. You eat together with the curry, it's so good.
The rice is very different because you get these little seeds in it and you can actually taste the seasoning in the rice versus just being plain rice.
Next one. We ate it all the time in Malaysia. There is one comment on our video, every single video about Malaysia, that we eat nasi lemak. We showcase nasi lemak all the time. So basically nasi lemak is kind of like the cultural icon of Malaysian dish. Typically some people even say that it's kind of like the breakfast dish of Malaysia that every Malaysian eat for breakfast. So here, the breakfast we got is amazing. This is typical breakfast. Yes, it was, but nowadays you can also find nasi lemak all the time. We went to the night market, we also ate nasi lemak there as well. Look at what you get. You get egg, you get fish, you get fried chicken in one set. And the rice is special, it's a coconut rice, coconut milk rice.
I don't think I'll ever get over nasi lemak. It's so good.
The next one is something that I love eating as much as nasi lemak. It's come with the style of like make you feel like it's the buffet style. This one is nasi campur. So basically, I think this is the best way to experience the Malay food with like different kind of choice for you to pick. So nasi campur means mixed rice in Malay, and depending on which area you go, a nasi campur counter can have up to like 20 or 30, or some places even have like up to 50 different kind of food for you to pick.
When you walk in, there's just massive loads of different choices for you to have.
Vegetable, fish, beef, chicken, but we never see nasi campur that has pork in it at all. So the price you pay at the end depends on the amount of different dishes you have on the plate and the type of dishes. Of course, meat gonna be more expensive than vegetable, but this is kind of the way that make it reasonable when you order food. They also have seafood as well beside the chicken and typical meat. And also, most importantly, a must-have side dish is a famous aromatic sauce made of a grilled mix of chim paste, salt, chilies, and lime juice that can spice up your meal. And I mean, it can really spice up your meal. And I love spicy stuff, so this one is perfect for me.
Alright, next is crispy thin Apam Balik.
So they put like peanut in it and some syrup. I don't know what kind of syrup, but it gives a sweet taste. So we'll try it right now.
Usually the filling on this is either ground peanuts or sugar, and if you get lucky, you can find some that actually use freshly grated coconut.
So good.
This is one of my most favorite things I've tried.
Oh yeah. Really good. Not too sweet.
It might look easy, but it's not as easy at all to make this snack. If the peanuts are ground too thin, usually you get this chalky, dry taste, but if they're ground just right, you can get a really nice, crispy texture.
Let's take a break from the food for a while.
It's Ta's favorite thing in the world and she can't get enough of it.
And of course, you know Ta, she went with the iced coffee, so we get to enjoy some iced coffee as well.
So basically this one is the iced Nescafe. It might sound cliche and simple that I recommend you to try the coffee.
It's literally so creamy and so sweet, it tastes like a dessert.
Wow. This iced coffee is incredible. It reminds me of being in Vietnam.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it's like drip coffee with condensed milk.
Yeah, exactly.
It brings back the memory of when we were in Vietnam, and actually Vietnamese coffee is really good. So basically this one, iced Nescafe, you can find it like, I believe anywhere, from the restaurant, from
the
like
markets,
the night
everywhere.
market. I didn't ask anybody, I was like, milk.
Don't worry
Three of
about
them,
it.
three.
Yes. Do not worry about it.
3, all for you.
So speaking of iced coffee, the other things that I think I will recommend this to anybody that asks me for the advice about what to eat or what to drink in Malaysia. This one is the foodie. So basically Malaysian call it as the Teh Tarik. The way it works is that it's made from the black tea, and they also put some condensed milk in it. Sometimes they put evaporated milk in it. So Malaysia has considered the drink as the country national drink. The mixture of the pour back and forth, as you can see here, repeatedly between two vessels from the height, gives it a thick, frothy top. This is often to enhance the flavor in the way they do this.
It just adds that like foamy, creamy taste to it. Next is Mamak. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's like a fusion of Indian and Malay. Our favorite one is
The
tandoori chicken with naan.
The food is amazing. The chicken is so like moist, it's not overcooked, it's not dry. And the curry paste you get, like the curry sauce, so good.
And you'll be surprised at how they cook this. But this classic tandoori chicken is marinated in yogurt, and the spice is then roasted in a hot tandoori oven, which is like a round oven made out of clay, which is heated with charcoal and wood, which adds the smoky flavor.
These are actually cooked inside like a clay sphere, so it cooks on the side of the clay pot. It's really, really interesting to see, but it's traditional in India to cook them that way. I seriously think these are the best part. These are so like crisp, yet like soft on the inside, and the curry paste is just so full of flavor. It's amazing. I know I would be able to live in India because I love the food.
the roti canai. It sounds simple, like
so
just
good.
roti. This is the type of like kind of like the flat bread that has the savory and sweet variation on it.
It looks a lot like a naan bread, but a lot thinner and more of like a dessert style.
Basically what we usually eat for breakfast as well, especially at the guest house where we stay in Langkawi. We have the kind of like the roti canai, but the filling, what's stuffed inside is the banana roti and some plain roti. There's some condensed milk as well, so I guess for banana roti, this is something that we have to eat with condensed milk because it's a dessert. In Malay, the word canai actually means to roll the dough. So the dough usually contains a lot of butter.
Yes, that's how they fry it. It's just in a layer of butter.
Yeah, that would make it tasty though.
Yes.
A lot of butter make it tasty. However, people usually prefer to also eat this savory version with some kind of curry.
I don't know if that's how it's normally paired, but that's how we saw it.
So good.
So it's kind of funny that we were talking about condensed milk and how, you know, Southeast Asia, especially Thailand and Malaysia, they always dip things in it. Next, speaking of breakfast, don't forget to try the sticky rice wrapped in banana leaf that you actually dip in condensed milk.
But it's so good together with the black coffee. The problem is that we actually forgot how to call it. So if you guys know how this thing actually called,
The specific name in Malay is, just let us know below.
So for the next one, this is something that we always
This is my favorite.
order. That's why I have to speak about it, because Jimmy can spend a day
I love this.
explaining
This is
how he
by
loves
far
chicken
some of
steak.
my favorite.
So this one is what we die for every time we go out for the night market, because every night market
Like
here,
20 or 30 of them. We're specifically
charcoal.
talking about chicken satay.
oh, I haven't mentioned the name.
No, too busy describing it. But yes, we're talking about chicken satay, and it is incredible.
So chicken satay, the charming part I think is the way they grill it over the charcoal and the wooden fire, which every time we go to the night market, the first smell we get is always the smell from chicken satay.
And they have this amazing sauce that goes with it.
That one is kind of like they have some peanut in it,
Yeah.
and you dip the chicken steak with the peanut sauce.
It's like a thick, creamy brown peanut sauce.
So the charming part of the process of cooking this satay is that before grilling, the meat will marinate in a paste that consists of tons of ingredients like shallots, lemongrass, garlic, ginger, coriander, cumin, turmeric. There might be more. I think it depends on the vendors who cook it.
They all make it a little bit different, but it does have a very similar taste to it.
So there might be more, but as far as I know, that is some of the main stuff that they put in the marinade paste. The chicken satay.
They cook it over like charcoal.
Oh, and
So good.
that is my favorite. And now they serve it 1 ringgit per piece. I think we get this soup. This is my favorite one. Laksa. Oh, I love this. If you love fish and you love seafood, you have to try laksa. The smell of fish and the taste of fish is like strong. Strong. And I love fish a lot, so I like this one so much. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Also, we would love to sincerely say thank you to all our Patreon members for supporting us and supporting our travel to the next level. See you in the next vlog, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss anything in our travel journey together as a mixed Thai American couple. Thank you, guys.